Hello everyone, it's me, Felony, and welcome to Monster Hunter Rise. So today, I'll explain many of the things introduced into Rise and the things I've experienced while playing the demo. In the demo, we are given the option to play online or solo. For the time being, I'll be playing solo. On the quest menu, we are given 4 options to choose from. There is a limit to how many quests we can do, but we can take the time to learn the things in the tutorial without having to use up one of the 30 hunting quests supplied. In the basic training quest, you'll learn the basics as well as how to ride your Palamute and use the new Wirebug mechanic. Starting with the Wirebug mechanic, this feature works very well for traversing the map and during combat. For the traversal part of this feature, when you're on the ground with your weapon sheathed, if you hold down ZR and press X, you will propel your hunter upward. Pressing A will pull you forward. And if you hit B in the middle of a Wirebug pull, you can change your direction mid-flight using the analog stick to avoid danger if needed. Now, if you're airborne, you can hold ZL and press X to pull yourself forward, or you can press A instead to pull yourself downward. And if you just hit A in the air, you will instead hang there until you drop down, air dodge, or use another Wirebug. Holding down on ZL and pressing ZR will let you aim and throw the Wirebug in the direction you want. And if you do this near a wall, you'll see the reticle change, which indicates that you can wall run. During your wall run, you can extend this by simply holding down R, but keep in mind this does consume stamina. Onto the combat side of things, every weapon will each have their own unique way of using this feature. I'm not going to dive into each weapon today, so I strongly suggest looking at the weapon controls under the Hunter's Notes to get a basic understanding of its usage. Another thing this feature is good for is making a quick recovery so you can avoid additional danger or to re-engage. Now, the last thing I want to point out is using the Wirebug will consume 1 or more bugs depending on what it's being used for. These bugs will of course be automatically replenished over time, and if you pick one up during your hunt, an extra bug slot will be added for a short time. Alright, let's move on to the Palamute. The Palamute is our canine partner that allows us to quickly travel the land and aid us during a hunt. There are commands that can be issued by selecting one of the commands with the directional pad. This allows you to call the Palamute over, have it stay put, or request a ride. And speaking of requesting rides, you can also hop on by holding down A while sheathed if you're nearby the Palamute. Now that you have hopped on, there are a few things you can do. Pressing R will let you run faster, and if you press ZL while in a sprint, your Palamute will start drifting for a short time before breaking out at full speed, which makes it perfect for chasing down fleeing monsters. Pressing ZR will make your Palamute jump into the air and climb up on small ledges without you having to waste a Wirebug to climb up. If you press X, you can have your Palamute attack while you're still mounted. Pressing the attack button multiple times will result in a short combo. Pressing Y allows you to use items while riding, which is very handy for items that like to keep you stationary. And last, pressing B will make you dismount. Doing this while running will instead launch your hunter into the air, allowing you the opportunity to do some aerial attacks. One more small tip I also want to mention is using Felvine will buff your Palico for a short time. Now that we have covered most of the basic training, let's talk about the Wyvern riding training quest. To Wyvern ride, you must first put the monster in a mountable state. To do that, you can use Silkbind attacks, aerial attacks, have another monster deal enough damage, or using a puppet spider. Once it's in a mountable state, the hunter that hits the monster first will be chosen to ride it. And while riding, there will be a bar with a timer showing how long you can ride and the commands you can do during your ride. The bar here is called the Wyvern Riding Gauge. This bar will fill up as you attack other nearby monsters, which makes it perfect for damaging the targeted monster. However, if your target happens to be the one you're riding, you can use the Launch Monster command instead to send the creature into a nearby wall to inflict damage. And if you quickly hit the B button after ramming into a wall, you can turn the monster around and launch him into another wall to deal additional damage. Just keep in mind, a Wirebug will be used each time you twist the creature around. Alright, now that we have covered everything about the tutorials, I think it's time we do a little hunting and put everything I've shown into action. And that should do it for today. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in Monster Hunter.